Well, I was out in the garden yesterday looking at my cucumbers, and I thought, oh, I'll be harvesting cucumbers in a little bit. But I come out today and it looks like I'm a little late. Let's see what we can get. There's a nice one. And another one there. And here. Oh boy. Oops. So there's a nice bunch without even trying, and there are some more up here as well. Hi y'all, this is Larry from Deep South Texas. It's March 15th and we are harvesting cucumbers. The garden is growing great. Let's take a look at what other surprises we can find. Well, here's my first Marconi pepper. It's so long now and it's touching the dirt beneath the plant. So I think that's a little bit too long. So I'm going to harvest this one. It would grow bigger, but I think sitting like that, the insects would try to get it. So, but a pretty nice first pepper for the year. So while we're out grabbing some peppers, let's get a couple jalapenos as well. There, the first jalapeno of 2024. I think there's another one or two in here ready to harvest as well. And so there's our first picking of jalapeno peppers here in 2024. Looking good. And let's grab our first Anaheim as well. There we go. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to get a couple of these small, hot New Mexican chili peppers. These will eventually turn red, but they're pretty hot. They're pretty hot. So let's throw them in with the others. All right. Pretty nice harvest of peppers and cucumbers for March 15th. And while we're out harvesting, let's see if we can get some carrots as well. Well, that one's pretty small. That one's kind of nice. And there's another one there that's okay. And I saw one down here that looked pretty good too, so let's get that. I don't want my wife getting all the nice carrots. Let's see what we got here. A couple more small ones. All right. Pretty happy with that. Now on to the tomatoes. No, the tomatoes aren't ready to harvest yet, but they are growing and looking pretty nice. So it won't be too long. All of the tomato plants are flowering now, and most of them have little tomatoes coming on. So we're getting set up for a great harvest here later on this year. But pretty happy. So at least this year I have dill and cucumbers at the same time of the year, so I'm going to be making up some pickles. We might start with our first quart of pickles tomorrow. We've harvested all of our early Jersey Wakefield cabbage and the Dutch cabbage. They're coming along fine. In fact, there's a couple of these that I need to harvest, and I may get to that, at least get one of them today. The broccoli, I came out 3 days ago and harvested enough of these little sprouts for a meal, and now I've got more coming on. You know, in a few more days I'll have enough for another meal. Can be a problem. They keep producing, and I really want to use this space for something else, but I'm not quite ready yet. They have at least another week. So I have this one huge artichoke plant taking over most of this bed. Now, I planted this last year, and I had never grown artichokes before, and it didn't produce any artichoke flowers last year, but I'm expecting it to this year because it's sort of taken over everything over here right now. I don't see any flower stalks yet, but I hope it's not too long. At least put some on before the heat gets too bad here. Roses are looking pretty nice. The aloe vera thinks it's going to die, so it'll put some flowers on. This is the pot that fell over earlier this year, and had to set it back up. We selected the banana plants we wanted to grow into trees for this year's bananas. They're looking good. There's 2 of them there, and another one over here. We'll be watching those grow throughout the gardening season. I've planted Blue Lake pole beans in where I had the peas earlier this year, and they're coming along fine. They're grabbing the trellis and starting to grow their way upward. Had a beautiful crop of beans last year. Hoping for something similar this year. The Sugar Rush peach peppers, they're looking good. No peppers to harvest yet, but there's lots of flowers and lots of buds, so they're on the way. My potatoes, they're growing great. They're starting to flop over. I can't wait until they start turning a little bit brown. We can come out and dig some new potatoes. But they've all flowered this year, which is kind of strange. My potatoes usually don't flower because I think it's too hot, but this year it's a different story. And the leeks are looking good. I'm torn between coming and pulling a few up and making some leek and potato soup, or just letting them continue to grow. But I think we're going to have a pretty nice crop of leeks this year. The onions I planted from seed back in September, I think. They're still looking pretty good. These are short day onions, so they haven't started to bulb up yet, but I don't think it will be too long. Our day-night cycle is going into about 12 hours of daylight here in the next day or so. So that should cause them to start bulbing up. And we have several pots of spinach growing this year. That's something fairly new for us, hoping that they come out okay. And here we have some zucchini growing. No fruit as of yet, but the plants look healthy. And a couple hens setting in the nest boxes. This one here is not too happy. I opened the door. Well, the next month is the best time of year in the garden here at Deep South Texas. The weather is nice. It's not too hot for the plants. They're all growing and thriving and producing. It won't be long before I have more tomatoes on hand that I know what to do with. It's just a beautiful, beautiful time of year here in the garden. Well, here is this morning's harvest. Pretty happy with that. Well, that's a quick look at my garden here in the middle of March. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.